Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the one-third remnant out there listening to this word with all faith and sincerity scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you, I say shalom. Lord willing, this video is edifying. It's going to be sent around. This article that I got by the wallstreetjournal.com, and it's entitled Fed Slows Its Tightening with Quarter Point Interest Rate Rise. Okay, so the Federal Reserve is continuing to put pressure on the economy of America. Why, you may ask? Because as Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said, he wants to see a recession. Okay. Central bank acknowledges reduce inflation, but signals plans to increase interest rates again in March. So we going on, a year straight of constant interest rate hikes, and if you don't know what a recession is, then look it up, find out. All right. But they're trying to cause the crash of America's economy. Okay. And this is open, information. They're not hiding it. Okay. Because, they're telling you, oh, we're trying to get inflation under control. But really, inflation has been out of control ever since, the dollar went off the gold reserve status. Right. This is just the pretty much the excuse to do it, and prices are going out of control right now again, but it's been on a steady increase since the 70s, right? But now there's a new battlefield, so to speak, right? There are different variables at play. You have stronger emerging economies such as China, Russia, India, the BRICS nations, right? Iran. Okay, these different former weaker nations are now positioning themselves against America, and they're looking pretty stiff, right? And America's waning. Okay. The Federal Reserve nudged up short-term interest rates by a quarter percentage point and signaled it was on track to do so again at its meeting next month, while officials consider whether and when to pause increases late this spring. And no one really thought that they would continue to raise interest rates all the way up until this point now. And they're telling you that they're going to continue to do so. And what this is going to do is create strain, okay? Tension in the economy, like a rubber band. You stretch it too much and it eventually pops. They're trying to force that economic collapse, right? Because at the end of the day, there's an agenda at play. Okay. And that agenda is to out with the old and in with the new, to bring down the dollar and bring in that CBDC. And that's exactly what they're going to do. The decision Wednesday to raise the Fed's benchmark federal funds rate followed 6 larger consecutive increases to combat inflation, which hit a 40-year high last year. Officials raised rates by half a point in December and 75 or 0.75 points in November. So 3/4 a percentage point in December, right? And let me get to officials agreed to slow rate rises to gain more time to study the effects of their moves. We're talking a couple more of more. We're talking about a couple of more rate hikes to get the Fed level, we think it's appropriately restrictive. Despite despite signs that wage and price growth might have peaked several months ago, we're going to be cautious and declaring victory and sending signals that we think the game is won. Because ultimately the goal, I don't know if it says it in the article. We're going to see. Let's see if it says it real quick. But, the goal is to cause a recession. Okay. And they're pretty open about it. You know what? If you want to find it, go look for it yourself. But that's the goal, to cause economic slowdown. All right, which ultimately, they're trying to paint the picture like, oh, this is good for America. This is gonna help, right? Scriptures say never trust thine enemy, man. He tell you to go right, go left. All right, because what this is gonna do, because the U.S. isn't backed by anything, Saudi Arabia is no longer playing ball when it comes to that agreement they have with the U.S. being backed by the petro, So this thing is gonna go south fast, and Esau is the culprit behind it. All right, and we've been telling you, it's not like you didn't have warnings. You've had plenty, and I wouldn't be surprised if 2023 we see it go down, man. Matter of fact, that's the rumor, right? They saying in March, expect all this to come to a forefront. Okay, that's why you see gas prices going up again, egg prices, milk, all these different things which are so affordable are now becoming inaffordable. That's why you got people, lining up behind grocery stores, getting shit out of the trash, man. Because these Americans are feeling it, man. They're feeling it. This Psalm 7:14, behold, he travaileth with iniquity and hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. And that's this man's MO. Okay. Everything he comes with is meant to be to your detriment. Okay, the whole notion that this man has your best interest in mind, when he comes up with his policies, when he puts forth a law, you think that it's to help. No, it's to help him as far as pressing towards his ultimate goal, which is complete control, complete domination. All right. Over your mind, body, and spirit. Okay. And he's going to do it by means of, finances. That's a big part of this man's, agenda, to make you completely financially reliant on him. And we already are, but it's going to get to the point where you literally won't be able to do anything unless you have his devices, man. Okay. He made a pit and digged it and is falling into the ditch which he made. And that's that debt, man. $32 trillion. Okay. You're not going to pay that back. All right. And he knows it. Okay. And this is, his quote unquote attempt to ease the pressure and make it better. But really, the only thing it's going to do is make everything worse, man. Watch inflation skyrocket, man. The more he tightens, the more this thing is going to unravel and come loose. All right. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own plate. See? Because this is, honestly, America has it coming. All right. Karma's a bitch. Okay. And the way America has been dealing with different nations in the world, for a long time now has been in a way of fraud, okay, treachery, all right, manipulation, okay, and all manners of wickedness, okay, and especially violence. And all of these things are about to come to America in the same way that America brought it to other places, man. Start off with the economy, and after these prices go up, the currency is worth nothing. Then we sit back and watch the fun happen, man, because it's gonna get ugly. All right, right now people digging in dumpsters, but pretty soon they're gonna be digging in houses. Okay, crime is already at an all-time high. All right, just wait until the effects of what this devil is doing, because he's playing with the economy when he's going back and he's raising interest rates and, different things like that. First he giving out PPP loans, and now he taking money away. Okay. First he was giving you taxes. Now the rumor has it you owe him. Now it ain't no tax return, right? The devil, man. This is Zephaniah 1:10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Yahweh Shah, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and then howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hill. See, because, this economic collapse that we're on the verge of seeing, okay, is going to be great indeed, man. All of these markets, everything's going to zero, man. The Dow is going to zero. The S&P is going to zero. Bitcoin's going to zero. The dollar's going to zero. Everything is going to be goose eggs across the whole plan, across the whole, market, man. Everywhere you look. Okay, because America is done for. Okay. And they're pushing towards this because this must happen. All right. Whether you like it or not, whether he likes it or not, he has to do it. His prized possession, his crown jewel has to go down in order for him to achieve, the goal of the Great Reset, man. How ye inhabitants of Maktish, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. And everyone's going to be cut off here in America, man. All right? Because if you think having FRNs is going to be any kind of protection, okay, if you think it's going to hedge you from anything, man, you're a fool. All right? While you got it, you need to be trying to turn your cash, for one, get it out the bank, because that's going to be the first thing. That's the first place he going to take money from, man. Wake up and all accounts are going to be on zero, And second, you need to be trying to turn your cash into something tangible, all right? Because once the dollar collapses, no one's going to be looking to take it for anything, man, other than toilet paper or maybe something to keep a fire going with, because it's going to be absolutely worthless, man. All right? This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 21. Such things did they imagine and were deceived, because Esau thinks that, this is going to benefit him. Okay, but he doesn't know that he's playing right into prophecy. He's playing right into the Lord's hand, man. By bringing down, the Lord put it in your mind to destroy yourself, and you think it's going to be for your benefit, man. That's, hey, that's the power of the Lord right there, man. Okay, he's putting it in this nigga's mind to destroy himself, thinking that at the end of it all, he's going to come out on top. For their own wickedness have blinded them. See, so wicked he can't even see it. He can't see the writing is on the wall. It says tekel, man. We told you. We've been telling you that, we've been out there prophesying, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, telling you for a very long time now what you are gonna do, what the end result would be. And he still can't see it. All right. He mad. He flag videos. He strike channels. He do all, all the extras. But at the end of the day, it's still not going to work. Okay? The Lord got you in a trick bag, man. Okay? He really got you deceived, And Esau think he's so proud, man, because he's the devil. He goes around deceiving, lying. He think that he could, that he can't be deceived. That's the mindset of him, of this devil, that he can't be touched. But the Lord is, hey, man, you got another thing coming, E. All right? So, he could have, I wish he would have personally hiked the interest rates even higher, man, to bring this place down faster. But he's trying to still save it because he knows that, once this place goes down, man, it's America is not, it's these are big shoes to fill pretty much, man. Okay. He's made a lot of money, off of this place, right? So he wants to try to save it if he can. He wants to try to, when you listen to him talk about it, he wants a recession because he knows he has to do it. He has to bring it down. But he thinks it's going to be a soft landing, man. No, this is going to end way worse than you could have ever imagined, man. America's going to turn into, a war zone on the scale of which has never been seen, man, and never will be seen again. This is Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. See? Because, here it is. He getting to the end. This is the end. Okay. He only got a few. Everybody's conditioned. The whole system is set up. Right. But this nigga is in straits, man. He is in between a rock and a hard place because he knows, man. Okay. He knows that in his spirit that it's not going to work out for him. All right. And we've been telling him, we've been reminding him. So he sees it all falling down in his face, but he can't accept it. All right. But he's still going to press forward. Right. Knowing that his end is going to be on the other side of that wall, man. He's still going to do it out of pride. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. The past 3 years, man, has been the biggest wealth transfer in history. He's been sucking people dry, man. That's the whole purpose of inflation. That's why it's an inflationary environment, because he's draining people of the last bit of wealth that they have, man. He's completely destroyed the middle class. He's left only two classes, really, rich and poor. Okay. And he thinks, he thinks that he's about to finish siphoning up the last bit of wealth, because like Klaus Schwab said, you will own nothing to be happy. He doesn't want you to own anything. All right. He wants it all to himself. Okay. And he's about to fill his belly, as the scripture said, man. He only has a couple of more moves to make before he has it all, man. Before he has the world in complete subjection, which he already has now. But with the, with this digital implant being implemented, it's going to send it to a whole new level. Right. But guess what? You're going to get it off the ground, but it won't be off the ground long, man, before the Lord come and cast your ass down. Okay. And without nigga, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shem, Rakakwadash, Wa, Abba, and DTA.